I blame global warming for all this rain. My allotment has been flooded 3 times in the last month.
3 times?
Bernard. Joyce. Well, I suggest we make a start.
Margaret's not here yet.
She told me she might not bother this year.
She always says that she just wants attention.
Well, we can't wait all night. I'm going to bring the meeting to order. So, this is the annual general meeting.
Sorry I'm late!
Come on, Margaret, we've already started.
Is this it?
I'm afraid so.
Where's Alan?
Alan's broken his leg.
And Jane's got a Tupperware party tonight.
And what about Peter and Alice?
They've said they're not even going to bother this year.
Oh, they always say that, just after attention. I suggest we begin without them.
It's a matter of having to. They're not coming.
Anyway, down to the business in hand. So, this is the annual general meeting of the Little Grimley Amateur Dramatic Society.
Points of order.
Yes, Margaret.
Should we begin by electing our new chairperson for the year?
Well, I was coming to that. It's the first item on my agenda.
Yes, but deciding upon the agenda is the job of the chairperson, whom we have not yet elected.
Well, it's the job of the chairman to decide the best way to vote in the new chairman.
Chairperson? It could be a woman.
Well, okay, chairperson. Does this really matter?
Absolutely. What happens if the new chairperson disagrees with the manner in which the old chairman decided upon the initial agenda?
Well, then, the first item on that agenda, namely the voting in of the new chairperson, would be declared null and void, and the new chairperson wouldn't be the new chairperson, and controls would revert back to the old chairman.
What is this, the vicar at Dibley's parish meeting?
These things are important, Bernard.
Look, just cut the crap. Who wants Gordon to be chairman? And who wants Margaret? Right, that's settled. Let's get on with it.
Right. Happy now, Margaret?
Absolutely. Don't envy your job, Gordon.
So, item 2, Treasurer's report. Joyce.
Well, I'm afraid we lost money in our last production.
That makes a change.
Don't interrupt, Bernard. Let's have the details, Joyce.
Well, in total, we spent £84.55.
Does that include my photocopies?
Yes, that's everything.
And how much did we make on the door?
Well, over the 3 nights, including programme sales, and the revenue from Mrs. Marsh's delicious tea buns, which she kindly donated free of charge. Lovely and moist they were. I've got the recipe, by the way.
Joyce.
£37.04.
Another blockbuster.
In retrospect, I think we went a little bit overboard on the scent.
Overboard? You gave me a budget of 28 quid?
Well, you didn't have to spend it all.
Do you realise the price of MDF these days?
Look, it's no good blaming Bernard. It's larger audiences we need, not smaller sets. Now, a piece of bad news, I'm afraid. I received this letter this morning from Stan Fellows.
Oh, that's predictable. I suppose the miserable old sod's putting the rent up again?
Worse than that, I'm afraid. He actually wants us to start paying some of it.
Have we not paid him?
Not for 3 years, no.
Well, how much do we owe him?
£400.
Bloody hell.
Precisely. And he wants it paid in full before the end of the season, or we're out.
Out.
Out. Finished.
But where the hell are we supposed to find £400 from? That's more than we lose in a whole season.
What about the Arts Council?
Ah, yes. I spoke with the Arts Council this afternoon.
And?
They don't hold out much hope, I'm afraid.
Meaning what?
Well, they say with the amount they've sponsored us over the last 3 years, they could have reopened the old Vic. You know, they have bets in the office to see how much we're going to lose on each production.
Cheeky sods.
Yes, precisely. Seemingly, we no longer meet their criteria for support.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Well,
I think it means no more money.
yes.
And what exactly is their criteria for support?
Well, we don't offer theatre for children, or ethnic or sexual minorities, or prisons, and none of our actors are disabled, and we just plain old...
Crap.
Well, that's a great attitude, isn't it? So they no longer support theatre for the masses.
Well, I could hardly say that our audiences are masses, Margaret. They stay away in droves.
So we've had it then.
Well, they did offer one ray of hope.
What's that?
They're not going to ask their money back.
Terrific.
No, I'm afraid there's only one way out of this crisis, and that's to make a huge profit on our next production. Which brings me, quite neatly, to the next item on the agenda. So, suggestions for the next production. Right, has anybody got any ideas? Anybody? Anyone? Anybody? Yes, Joyce?
I'd like us to do
7 brides for 7 brothers.
Joyce, I know it's your favourite musical, but I can foresee a few logistical problems with us doing 7 brides and 7 brothers.
like what?
Well, doesn't the title seem to suggest a certain minimum casting requirement?
How do you mean?
There's not enough of us, Joyce.
Oh, right. What about...
Oklahoma.
Same problem.
South Pacific.
No, Joyce.
We could have a crack at Robinson Crusoe.
Never want to do a musical?
I'm afraid it's not a case of what's possible, Joyce. It's a case of what we can do.
Gordon's right, Joyce. Quite apart from the problem with numbers, you seem to have overlooked the fact that, well, none of us can sing.
I can sing.
Oh, okay, right. That's settled then. For the opening production of our next season, Joyce will produce, direct and star in our famous adaptation of the musical Two Brides for Two Brothers.
Keep me out of this, I'm the set builder.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joyce. Two Brides for One Brother.
We could recruit some new members. Put an ad in the post office.
Joyce, I'd rather be the recruitment officer for Sellafield right now. We've put an ad in the post office, and in the programmes, and in the newspaper. Nobody wants to know Joyce. They've seen us perform. Got it?
Yes, you have made your point.
Right. So, does anybody else have any other suggestions?
What about
A nice little farce.
Margaret, we always do a nice little farce.
It's what the people want.
What people? Our celebrated production of Continental Quilt sold 17 tickets over 3 nights.
And 3 of those were bought by Joyce's dad.
They had to give me a lift home.
They all enjoyed it though.
Nobody laughed.
Just because there were no crude outbursts of laughter doesn't mean they didn't find it amusing. They were smiling internally.
Says who?
Well, Joyce's dad for one. And a friend of mine said it was the best thing we'd done since Oops, There Go My Trousers, Morty Vicar.
It's the only thing we've done since Oops, There Go My Trousers, Morty Vicar. Well, let's face it, we're the laughing stock of the village.
They don't laugh at our comedies anymore.
I see. So what do you suggest then? We disband?
Oh no, that would be a terrible shame.
Hey, this is the only time I get for the wife to come here every week.
Nobody's suggesting we disband, Margaret. But, luckily, your chairman has a plan.
What plan?
A production that's going to put bums on seats and knock 'em dead.
What production?
I have written a play.
You?
Don't sound so surprised, Margaret. I've written a play and it's going to be our salvation.
Gordon, we've managed to knock some of the best plays ever written. What makes you think yours is going to fare any better?
Sex.
Beg your pardon.
Sex. The only thing that sells tickets these days, really sells tickets, is sex.
You're mad.
Shut up, let him finish.
It's all right for you. You've just got to build the set.
Oh, don't worry. Nobody's got to do anything embarrassing. We just make them think you do.
That all sounds very dodgy.
No, not at all. On my play, the poster will have a simple statement, adults only. This play contains seeds of a sexual nature, which may shock or offend. And then just watch them flock in.
And then what?
And then we give them a nice little farce.
Hang up a minute. You'll never get away with this. What if we have them come in here and wanting to flash of Margaret's tits? We'll have to deliver the goods.
Tits out of this.
Hey, that's exactly. There'll be a riot.
No, there won't. For there to be a riot, they'll have to admit that that's what they came to see. No one will say a word.
That's cheap and vulgar.
Yes.
And it'll fill the place.
Yes.
What's it called, this play of yours?
Last Tango in Little Grimley.
Oh, God.
Is it a musical?
No, Joyce. It's not a musical.
I'll never be able to face the butcher again. He normally puts a poster up for me.
We won't have to put posters up. We'll simply leak some information to Mrs. Pym.
Mrs. Pym, excellent. The whole village will know in seconds.
What's it about?
Ah, that's the masterstroke. It's about the butcher,
The butcher?
and the baker, and the candlestick maker, and Mrs. Pym.
But you're not making any sense, Gordon.
I've loosely based my characters on people from the village.
How loosely?
Well, medium loose. Loose-ish. Well, quite tight, actually.
Oh, God.
The sordid revelations of an apparently respectable village.
We'll be lynched.
Well, they won't be lynched. For us to be lynched, they'll have to recognise themselves in a play. And they're not going to do that. Well, what do you think, Margaret?
It's madness.
Joyce?
Couldn't you put just one song in it?
Joyce? Say yes and I'll write you a song.
Yes.
Oh, right. Bernard?
I still think Margaret ought to lob her tits out.
Margaret will not be lobbing anything out. Thank you very much.
What kind of set could you build me for 200 quid?
200?
We could afford it on this one.
I can give you hydraulics and real brick walls.
There you go. You see the potential. Margaret, I need your support.
So will she if you lob their tits out. Come on, give him an air and...
Will somebody drop a stage weight on that man's head?
I'll ignore him, Margaret. It's me who's asking.
You realise it'll be the end of the society?
Well, we're almost finished anyway. What do you want to do? Go out with a whimper or a mighty bang?
Do I get the lead?
Of course.
And no flashing of tits.
No.
Unless, of course, I consider it to be absolutely essential to the plot.
Oh, well, as you wish.
I'll have to think it over.
Oh, I understand. If you say no, I'll offer the lead to Joyce.
Oh, well, I've thought it over.
Oh.
Let's do it.
Oh, excellent. Right, so, any other business? No? Right. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll call the meeting to a close and propose that we reconvene at this time next week to begin rehearsals. Right, well, I'm afraid I haven't quite got time to have it typed up, but I'm sure we'll manage. Right, here you go, Bernard.
I don't want one.
Yes, you do. You're in it.
Hang on a minute. You're not getting me up on stage.
Why not?
Well, I can't act for a start.
Bernard, you don't need to act. Just do what the rest of them do.
No way.
Look, Bernard, I need 4 actors. Everyone else is playing 3 parts. You're only doing the butcher. If you don't do it, it's all off.
Bernard, you've done it before.
There's a big difference between playing the back end of a horse and the kid's panto. I mean, look. It's a speaking part.
Look, Bernard, I'll be brutally honest with you. If I had the choice between you and, let's say, Brad Pitt, well, you'd probably get the part. But I don't, and so you're in it. End of argument, all right? Right, so the first page is just my notes, and so we'll take it from the top of page 2, Margaret's entrance. Ready, Bernard?
I'm not in.
Yes, you are. Butcher, top of page 2.
Where?
Top of page 2. Not the middle. Bernard, I know you're not an actor, but I thought you could at least read.
Look, top of page 2, no bloody butcher.
That's page 3.
It's my page 2.
What happened to page 2?
I've got 2 page 2s,
Aha.
but no page 3.
Right, Bernard, have you got 2 page 3s?
No.
I've got 2 page 3s.
Right.
But no page 4?
Oh.
I might be able to help you out there. I've got 3 of the buggers.
Right, Joyce, give one of your page 3s to Bernard.
I've I've already got a page 3.
Well, what's the problem then?
No, page 2.
Right, who had 2 page 2s?
Me.
Right, give your page 2 to Bernard.
Both of them.
But no choice. Not both of them. Good. And Margaret, give your page 3 to Joyce. And Bernard, give one of your page 4s to Margaret. Right. Everybody happy now?
I've still got 2 page 4s.
Right. Here, you don't need it anyway. Right, can we make a start? So, Margaret's entrance. Right, I'll get that. Just start reading it through.
Right, it's Margaret's entrance. Ready, Bernard?
I suppose so.
Margaret enters carrying...
What?
What am I carrying? It says Margaret enters carrying a something, but I can't read his writing.
Carrying a limp.
Right.
What?
Which leg?
Why?
It's important to get the details right, Bernard. You'll find this out.
Well, it doesn't really matter which leg it's only a read-through.
The left, then.
If you like.
Or would you prefer the right?
No, I prefer left. Just get on with it.
Morning, Gerald!
Morning, Mrs. Duffield. What can I get you today?
I fancy a bit of rump.
Don't we all, Mrs. Duffield? Don't we all?
Can I have... God, this is appalling.
I think it's quite good. Carry on.
Can I have a look at your loin?
Any time, Mrs. Duffield. Just don't tell your husband.
Well, it's not exactly Chekhov, is it?
Don't break the flow.
You know, Gerald, my husband just doesn't realise how much meat has gone up.
No, I bet he doesn't.
Now you are saucy, Gerald. I can't do that. This is awful. No one is going to buy tickets for this garbage. And when Gordon comes back, I am going to tell him so.
Well, there we go. First ticket sales. 15 tickets for Saturday night.
15? That's more than we've had in one night.
Yes, Joyce. What did I say? Sex sells tickets.
Who was it?
The Lively Ladies Over 50s Club.
You are joking.
No, Mrs. Pym must be doing her job very well.
Do they know it's a sex comedy?
Well, I think they were banking on the fact.
He stops.
But it's more a case of nostalgia with them, isn't it, I'm afraid? So, well, anyway, every ticket counts. Right, oh, how are you getting on with the opening scenes?
Well, Margaret.
Yes?
Oh, actually, Gordon, I think we've cracked it.
Oh.
How's this? Morning, Gerald.
Morning, Mrs. Duffield.
Hold it!
What can I get you today?
Hold it, Bernard! You're supposed to be a butcher. Be a butcher. Butchers are loud and vivacious and rosy-cheeked.
Ours isn't. Ours is a surly old bugger.
Well, I think we can allow ourselves a certain artistic license.
Bernard's artistic license expired years ago.
Right, stuff your script.
But Bernard, Margaret didn't mean it, did you, Margaret?
If he wants to be an actor, he has to learn to take a little criticism.
I don't want to be an actor. Remember, I'm a set builder.
Well, it's a pity your sets aren't as wooden as your performances.
Oh, bollocks!
Bernard! There we go. Yeah. Nice to see a bit of the little old team spirit back with a vengeance, isn't it? Look, I'm the director here, and I'll be handing out the criticism when it's due. And it will be good, kind, fair, true criticism. And you will take it with good heart, right? Good. Okay then. Bernard, that was shite. Go back and do it again, and this time, put some life into it, will you?
Morning, Mrs. Duffield.
Good.
What can I get you today?
Better.
I fancy a bit of rock.
Hold it.
Oh, you don't like the way I'm doing it, do you?
No, Margaret. No.
It's not an easy line to deliver, you know, Gordon.
Margaret, you're doing it fine. I was just wondering, what's wrong with your leg?
My leg.
Are you in pain?
I'm acting, Gordon. Just obeying stage directions. Margaret enters carrying a limp.
A lamp. Margaret enters carrying a lamp.
That's your bloody awful handwriting.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't have time to get it exactly published.
Okay, carrying a lamp, not a limp.
Precisely.
As long as I know, it's important to get the little details right.
Right, can we get on, please?
Which hand do you want the lamp?
Oh. Right, forget it. I was getting bored with this scene anyway. Alright, everybody turn to the top of page 4. Ah, Joyce, you're on.
Who am I playing?
You, Joyce, are playing you, Joyce.
Who?
You're playing yourself, Joyce.
Playing myself.
Yes.
Me.
Well, I thought you were the best person for the part.
I'm not sure I can play myself, Gordon.
You've got the accent off to a T. You're the right height. What's the problem? Just be yourself.
And do what?
Ah, you want to do a song, right?
Yes?
But this isn't a musical, it's a farce.
You can say that again.
And so I was thinking, how can I get a song into a farce? And then it hit me.
What?
So, you're playing you, practicing for the forthcoming production of 7 Brides for 7 Brothers, so you get to do a song from the show.
We're doing 7 Brides for 7 Brothers after all.
No, Joyce, watch my lips. My play is a play about an amateur dramatic society with you in it, and they're doing a musical.
Us, you mean?
Well, yes, it could be us or anyone else.
Right, are we doing a musical or not?
No, Joyce, we're pretending. It's a play. You're in a play about a... Oh, never mind. Just read the lines from the top of page 4.
Where do I stand?
Ah, you don't. You lie down. You're in the bath.
The back.
Yes. What better place to rehearse a song?
With no clothes on.
Ah, well, we'll cover you in bubbles or something.
I am not taking my clothes off, Gordon.
Okay, well, you can wear a bikini, but you'll be covered in bubbles.
I am not wearing a bikini, Gordon.
Right, okay. You can wear a duffel coat for all I care. I couldn't give a damn anyway. Just don't pull the hood up. Right, so, you're in the bath, practicing one of the rousing numbers from 7 Brides, and I come bursting in.
Who are you?
I'm the vicar.
What's the vicar doing in my bathroom?
Well, he hears you singing and thinks it's a cry for help.
What's the vicar doing in my house?
I'm not going to stand here and explain the whole plot line to you. You have to pick it up as you go along.
It's a bit tricky when you keep skipping pages.
We're taking too long.
We'd been halfway through by now if you let me keep going.
Right, so...
I'll get it.
Thank you, Bernard. Right, so, you're in the bath, so, start singing.
What?
I don't know, anything. Just sing.
Baby, you light up my world like nobody else.
Good, good.
You flip your
And
head
then I come
overwhelmed.
bursting
When you
in
smile
and
at
say,
the crowd, it ain't hard
oh,
to tell.
shit.
You tell me
Is that a bit strong for a vicar?
I haven't got page 4.
So I can see, you'll understand why I want you so desperately. Now I'm looking at you and I can't believe
So,
you don't know.
bursting in.
You know you're beautiful if only you saw what I You'll understand why I want you so desperately. Right now I'm looking at you and I can't believe
Joyce.
you don't know.
Joyce.
You know you're beautiful if
Shut up, Joyce! Script.
Now.
Oh, yes, Joyce, now, before one of us dies.
Ew! Vicar!
Why? Miss Pilkington, I thought I heard a cry for help.
I was just rehearsing for the forthcoming show.
Right. I'll leave, then.
Right then.
Right, I'll
Is this in
leave.
iambic pentameter?
Oh, quiet, you're on.
I am?
Yes, Mrs. Stodgeworthy.
Oh, right. Miss Pilkington, I was... Vicar!
Oh, why? Miss Stodgeworthy. I was...
I could see what you were doing, Vicar.
No! You got it all wrong. I was just lending a hand. I mean, I just came to look. She was...
Spare me the sordid details.
Good, good. And then you storm out. Well, go on then. Storm. Storm. And come back a few seconds later to say...
The bishop will hear of this.
Excellent. Well, what do you think, Bernard?
I think it's the biggest load of crap I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you.
But it's just sold 35 tickets for Saturday night.
35?
The Young Farmers Club. They've made a block booking. I think we're in business.
No, I'm sorry. All the seats are sold out for Friday and Saturday night. We do have some left for Thursday, though. Oh, you can? Right. Oh, good news. Right, I'll do that then. So, 2 tickets on the door for Thursday night. Marvellous. Thank you, Vicar. Right, where were we?
Top of page 46.
Ah, yes. Joyce. You know how when some people get angry, they tend to forget about their diction and they raise their voice and they move their arms about? Well, I was wondering whether you could do some of that kind of thing. You know, it's called acting.
I'm doing my best, Gordon.
I know, Joyce. I wonder if we could do it better without scripts.
Now, steady on, Gordon.
Come on, Margaret, we open tomorrow night.
Hey!
Give it a try.
Read this!
Not now, Bernard. We're rehearsing.
You want to read it?
Not now.
Read!
What is it?
Read.
He can't do that.
Looks like he already has done.
A cabaret club?
I mean, you can't really blame him. We haven't made any money for him, have we?
He could have at least told us.
Does he really believe that people are going to prefer this garbage to good live theatre?
No, but I think he thinks they're going to believe it. We kind of like it more than us.
It opens April 24th. So this really is the last tango in Little Grimley.
What's he going to do?
I tell you what we're going to do, Joyce. We're going to give them the night of their lives. A night they'll never forget. Right. Same place, everybody, and this time without scripts.
Will you prompt?
Yes, I will. So, from Margaret's entrance, I'd like to have a word with you, Miss Pilkington.
I'd like to have a word with you, Miss Pilkington.
What?
What?
Going
Going
on
on
between
between my husband and you.
you and my husband.
Oh, the same thing. You and my husband.
Is it me now?
Yes, Joyce.
How dare you?
Yes.
How dare you?
Oh, anger, Joyce, anger. Look at me. I'm raising my voice. I'm moving my arms. Frighten me.
How dare you? David Gordon, did that frighten you?
Yes, Joyce, it scared the bloody living daylights. Look, we've got one night before the largest audience you've ever seen is going to descend on this place, and none of you know your lines. Oh, right, come on, from the same place.
I'd like to have a word with you, Miss Pilkington. What is going on?
Bernard, what do you think you're doing?
What's it look like?
Looks like you're trying to ruin my rehearsal.
I'm trying to build the set.
Well, can't you do that later?
When do you want me to do it? Tomorrow night? Do you want me to wait till the audience gets here? Perhaps I could ask a couple of them to give me a hand?
Can't you just wait till we have a tea break?
What am I going to do till then? When do I get me tea break?
All right, Bernard, calm down. Just wait till we get to the end of this bit and we'll give you a hand.
I don't need your help.
Okay, I was only offering.
Oh, good to see the old team spirit back with a vengeance.
Just 5 minutes, Bernard.
I don't want to be here till midnight, you know. 5 minutes. Bloody thespians.
Right, take it again from the same place.
I'd like to have a word with you, Miss Pilkington. What is going on between my husband and you?
How dare
Joyce, what is this?
you? You're the one that told me to move my arms, Gordon. You said it made me look angry.
Yes, Joyce, like an angry person, Joyce, not an angry ostrich. Oh, just try it again.
I'd like to have a word with you, Miss Pilkington. What is going...
Bernard!
What's the matter now?
Stop prattling about with the bloody lights, will you?
I'm trying to fix the buggers. Stages don't light up themselves, you know.
Oh, well, can't you do that later?
No, remember, I'm building the set.
Oh, all right. Well, we can't see our scripts.
What do you want to see the scripts for? You're supposed to know your words by now.
I suppose he's got a point. All right, Bernard, you win. Put the lights on and come down and build the bloody set.
Well, what about the rehearsal?
Well, we'll have to go on as we are. I don't give a damn anyway. Right, I'm off to the pub.
Prima donna.
So, item 2, Treasurer's Report. Joyce.
Well, in total, we spent £272.50 on materials, props, costume and set. Total money taken for ticket sales was £849.
Wow!
That's marvellous. That gives us enough to pay our debts and have some left over. I propose we send some to the local charity.
I'll arrange a cheque for you, Gordon.
Well, I've got to hand it to you, Gordon. As far as Little Grimley is concerned, you are the most successful playwright in a century.
No, Margaret. I think it's you we have to thank.
Here, here.
That was genius.
And so unexpected.
Well, they were on the verge of booing us off. It was do or die.
Well, it was certainly a personal sacrifice.
You should see the letters I've received. 17 offers of marriage, 3 of which I intend to follow up on. And 1 offer of something quite disgusting, of which I also intend to follow up.
Well, right, if anybody's not got any other business, no, well, I propose that we bring the meeting to a close and we officially disband the Little Grimley Amateur Dramatic Society.
Well, that's it then, I suppose. I'm going to miss the old place.
12 years you've been here.
A cabaret club. Well, I suppose it had to happen eventually.
At least we went out with a band.
And a song.
And a capacity crowd.
Yes, the first time in living memory, or should I say memory.
Thank you, Bernard. I shall miss your subtle sense of humour. I always did.
I'll be turning off then. It's a pity we didn't get a glimpse of the left one, Margaret. I've heard it's even better.
Well, this might be your chance, Bernard.
What's that?
The sequel. More tangos in Little Grimley. And we've already got excellent pre-ticket sales, but unfortunately, Mrs. Pym wants 5% commission.
But I don't understand, Gordon. What about the cabaret club?
Ah, I had a call from Stan Fellows. Seemingly, we're the kind of thing he wants. And so he's booked us for the opening Saturday night. Strictly professional, of course. So, I propose that we reconvene here next week to begin rehearsals. And Margaret, I suggest you work on that wiggle.